Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I am Piglet here once again and I'm back for some more of yet again for the likes of the Moxie Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Mario Kart 64 for the Nintendo 64. So last time we have managed to able to gone through almost in a flawless run during the forms of a Flower Cup, despite the fact that I've lost by 1 millisecond off by Yoshi in the final race in the Flower Cup. And also that was on 50cc by the way. And today for this episode is the fact that we're going to be hit on to the next cup in the game, which appears to be the Star Cup. And this time around, rather than focusing on 50cc for the majority of it, instead we're going to be jumping over to the forms of the next class, which appears to be 100cc, which I think that could be also the same applies for tomorrow's video as well. So either way though, let's just go ahead and get started right here. And as far as player choice is concerned, we've already selected up 2 characters so far, which I've already selected Toad and I've already selected Luigi. So let's go ahead and select, no matter what though, let's go ahead and pick, let's pick Wario. Yeah, because Wario is actually a cool man. But either way though, let's dive right in. So either way, and as you can tell, we're obviously going to be getting into the forms of, you know, the Star Cup. So either way though, yeah, that's as far as I can say about it. Now, if you couldn't tell already, this is my second attempt of this recording session, by the way, because the first time I actually did this recording session, by the way, and it didn't go out so well. Mainly because of how unfair the AI can be sometimes. But then again, we'll explain more about it whenever we get on to the next few tracks and beyond. So yeah, so get things started with the forms of the Star Cup's case, we're about to be hit on to Wario Stadium, which is currently, this particular track does not make its return in the future Mario Kart games just yet. Now I'm guessing this might be the only one that's, this track is the only ones left in the forms of the Mario Kart 64's returning tracks in the future games. So this is actually the last one of them until whenever God knows if Nintendo will make Mario Kart 9 at some point, but then again though, it's all a matter of the time about the fact that, although the only thing is though, is the fact that they still concentrate on certain tours during the forms of a Mario Kart tour, so God knows if how the fact that this track will make its return in Mario Kart tour, but then again, we'll have to wait and see what happens there, and plus we're still on Yoshi tour so far, which I'll discuss more about that until whenever we get on to the 4th cup, I'm afraid. This is probably because of how the fact that, well, usually relatively speaking, I just want to concentrate on specifically in the tougher races and beyond, because, well, usually relatively speaking about the fact that, well, although I'll get into more details about this until any second, because obviously the first track we're going to be racing on is Wario Stadium. Of all the actual tracks in Mario Kart 64 so far, this is by far one of the longest tracks in the whole entire game. This is probably because obviously it takes place in somewhat of a huge stadium, and second of all is the fact that you noticed about the fact that we still need to race through all around the track within 3 laps. This means about the fact that we're going to be spending our time trying to able to spend about almost like a minute and 46 seconds at minimum. So that way you would be able to actually just to do that for each lap. So, but honestly, this track is pretty cool though, because, well, first of all, it is huge, obviously, and also another thing is the fact that, well, you know, just anything, like, it's hard to explain about this sometimes, because I know I'm keep on getting used to with the future Mario Kart games. Imagine how the fact that if the Mario Kart 9 game was existence, then if this track will make its return at long last, then obviously they have to put in sections, because rather than just put on 3 actual laps, because that'll take way too long. And as a result of that kind of stuff, that could be also the same applies to the final track in this game, which we'll discuss more about it until when it gets to tomorrow. So either way though, we'll have to be able to save that until then. So either way though, let's go ahead and keep things moving for the most part. And yeah, talking of which actually is the fact that the reason why that this is actually the second take for this video rather than just on this the first attempt doing this is probably because, well, this track has gone so fine during the forms within the first recording session, but however though, it cannot be applied for the forms of the second track as well as the third track, because I seriously got screwed over multiple times during the forms of, well, I would say by the forms of the actual rubber banding AI sometimes, because they always really catches up to you, which even then, you know, it can be still same applies for Sonic Rivals for the PSP. Still, I'm talking about the original game, not the sequel for that matter, because I feel like the actual the AI programming in Sonic Rivals 2 is actually, to me, a lot better than Sonic Rivals 1 does, because, you know, they're always trying to catch up to you for about a few seconds notice, so either way I just want to suggest that, so... But I digress. So yeah, today's day is the forms of the 11th of April today, in this case in 2020. Again, there's not much we can able to discuss upon, apart from the fact that, well, usually relatively speaking, we're now moving on to a different class, as you can probably guys can clearly tell. Plus, because we called, there's also another reason why, that we'll stop doing the 50cc from now on, because after all, on my own time, I recently managed to able to actually just got myself every single gold trophies in 50cc on my own time, and plus because of how the fact that it took forever to able to actually complete this particular track in 50cc, because despite your engine is actually going super slow, but hopefully whenever we get on to, you know, 150cc, and especially recently 100cc for the majority of this weekend, then obviously we'll be able to actually make things a little bit faster for ourselves, so... That's what I was going to be thinking of anyway, so either way, let's place the, oh jeez, that was close. I'm almost going to get myself owned by that green shell incoming, but hey. At least the good thing I managed to dodge that at least, so either way though, we'll just, leave it to that, and let's go ahead and toss the green shell from, I would say, behind, but I'm not going to do that just yet, unless if there was actually a useful item I can able to use, so... Okay. Yeah, look at that on my timer right here. Well, not so much on the actual recording, but in the actual track itself, it's gone about 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Well, I would say almost 20 seconds, but either way though, 5 minutes and 19 seconds this actually took. But either way though, definitely one of the longest tracks in the game, so something's worth mentioning. And I suppose I forgot to mention, since the films to the last video, or the last two videos or something, that I don't know if this game still has the rifle player system or something like that, but then again, I'll research on that until whenever we get on to the repeat of the Mushroom Cup and the Flower Cup on 150cc and onwards, so... Alright, so the next track we're going to be racing on to is Sherbet Land, which appears to be once again a snowy themed track, and this track will make its return during the forms of in Mario Kart Wii in the Banana Cup. So either then though, on the first track I should say, on that particular cup in Mario Kart Wii, and that's what I can say. And also we got ourselves the introduction into the golden mushrooms. Ah, I lost it! What? Ah, really? That means I'll waste my golden mushroom. Oh, thanks a lot, lightning bolts. Ah, I hate when that happens right there. Especially how the fact that every time you collide to other player, then obviously you might as well both get squished anytime. So yeah, that's kind of aggravating honestly, because I keep thinking of the other Mario Kart games I was thinking of. But either way, though, we'll have to accept that, I suppose. So, yeah, anyways, though, I suppose another thing I should probably suggest is the fact that, if you go towards these little curves, as you can see, sometimes I was trying to jump over the actual water pits on a crack part, so that way it just makes me feel like a little bit more of it easier for myself, just to be able to actually just to avoid that. And thank you, Banana Skins, to able to actually just to slip up Toad, despite the fact that Toad was actually my cool friend, even then though, yeah. Alright, so, oh yes, we have to dodge a lot of penguins on that track too, so even then though, I even remember on the Mario Kart Wii version of this specific track, that it does have this very cool trick ramp, so that way you can able to actually get yourself some more extra speed or anything like that. But that doesn't usually exist in this version here, so either way though, to be expected because of limitations, I suppose. But you know, you get the idea for that solution, so let's go ahead and just go to the right, because I noticed there might be an item box in here, so even then, let's see what we got. Just a red shell, but that's fine, because I could... Ah, Toad defend himself! Hold on, there's gotta be another way I can able to actually just to do all that. Okay, something's worth mentioning also, alongside with Mario Kart Super Circuit as well as Mario Kart Arcade GP1, those Mario Kart games will be the last Mario Kart game to able to actually only feature just your standard kart only, because compared to Double Dash and the future games and beyond, you can able to actually change what cards you're going to be able to choose with, so even then though, but then again, we'll point it out whenever we get on to the actual Let's Play of Mario Kart Double Dash, during at some point during the forms of by the end of the year, during the forms of the autumn season, because, well, we're just gonna go through season by seasonal stuff when it comes to Mario Kart series of Let's Plays, because we've already done Super Mario Kart during the winter season, and then this is still in spring in April, so either way though, we are still focusing on Mario Kart 64 from now on, and by the time until summer, then we can focusing on Mario Kart Super Circuit, and you know, as I said before, we'll focus Mario Kart Double Dash during the autumn season. So either way though, I apologize for that background noise you're going to be hearing, just because my dog is actually kind of barking a little bit, which I'm sure enough that, well, I should say that, wait, who does the actual pets again? Oh wait, Fluttershy were able to actually just to handle their mouse, so either way though, I do apologize for that, folks. Oh, son of a... I always hate lightning sometimes. Whatever. So anyways, here we go on to this next track, as you can see right there. Some people might actually say this is one of the trickier tracks in the game. This is probably because of how the fact that you have to deal with a lot of sharp curves you have to drift along with. And also, that one thing is actually pretty cool though, especially noticeable how the fact that ever since back in the day, that I'm sure most people already know what I'm talking about. About the fact of the matter is though, after this specific biggest jump, you actually come across into that exactly the same Princess Peach's castle as we saw during the forms of the award ceremony, which is pretty cool actually. And what's cool about this particular version, unlike, well, I'll talk more about it in just a moment, because yes, this track does make its return during the forms of a Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, during the forms of in a Banana Cup. So even then though, that's what I can really think about it, because this track is actually pretty cool, despite how difficult that track can be sometimes. But either way though, still, despite with all that stuff, that was actually really interesting, cool track in theory, just because, well, usually relatively speaking, that's what I can really say about it here. So, anyways, let's go ahead and just keep a hold of that green shell in case if somebody just come by, and hopefully we should be able to just try to avoid a lot of items here and there, such as, of course, banana peels and stuff like that. So yeah, you know I said this before about the fact that you can able to actually just to see the actual detour about the Princess Peach's castle in this game. However, unlike in Mario Kart 8 version of that track, the actual fence is being blocked over just because, obviously, for no distractions or anything like that, and plus they have to, like, you know, trying to able to remaster some of the visuals, or in this case, just, well, you know, just trying to able to make everything. Oh, jeez, I totally forgot about that banana peel has been in front of me this whole time. Oh well, at least we still got up ahead though, so either way though, that's all I can really think of anyway. So either way, let's see what item we can get in here. Just a normal green shell, usually a common thing, so let's just drift along. And I'm assuming that Wario is actually the heavyweight character or something like that. This is probably because of how the fact that it makes him a little bit easier to control or something like that. So, although originally back in during the films of 1996 or something like that, this game not only does it usually have some of these lost content than the forms of how it does it on the final release of the game. Usually, originally, this game was supposed to be called Super Mario Kart R, which, you know, kind of reminds me of Sonic R title from the Sega Saturn, but they have to change their name into Mario Kart 64, so that makes it like a representing with the forms of the Nintendo 64 system. You know, kind of like the same thing for how it does it in when the Nintendo DS came around. When the Mario Kart game was officially announced, and they just calls it just Mario Kart DS. And then in Mario Kart Wii, they usually just call it Mario Kart Wii. So either way though, but it wasn't until in the 3DS games, Mario Kart 7, which usually becomes like a numbered installments. So either way though, that could be also same applies for, you know, Mario Kart 8 and all that stuff, and even Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So either way though, that's all I can really say about it here. So although originally this game was supposed to have Kamek as a playable character, but it's been completely scrapped and it's been replaced by I would say Wario. So either way though, that's the only thing I need to point it out right away for those of you who really want to know about certain facts about the game. So you know, you get the idea for that solution. Alright, so here we go with the final track in this Star Cup, and that it appears to be Bowser's Castle, which kind of weird is the fact that unlike in a future game, specifically in Mario Kart Double Dash or something like that and onwards, usually in every single Bowser Castle levels or Bowser Castle tracks, usually always takes place in special cups, but in new forms have been, I would say, in Super Mario Kart 3 cups in between, which there are Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, and Star Cup, because those, because that game does have 3 versions of, you know, Bowser Castle tracks. And this game does have Bowser's Castle, but in a Star Cup of all things, because I'm pretty sure in the Special Cup in this game, we don't think we can able to race on Bowser's Castle in that cup. So either way though, this might be the only option. And then, usually Mario Kart Super Circuit does have a Bowser Castle levels, like I think they'll about likely have 4 of them, and then one of them it actually contains them in Journey Forms of in, what else? Journey Forms of the Special Cup, so even then though, but then again, we'll point it out whenever we get into that, at some point during the summer. I really don't know when, just because of how the fact that we just have to mainly focusing on other Let's Plays from now on. Specifically about the fact that, you know how the fact that with Sonic is still carry on doing Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, and Defi and Tiano of all things, they are both still carry on doing Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Speaking of Donkey Kong, there he is right here. What the? Did I got lightning bolts in 2nd place? Okay, that seems a little bit weird, but hey, there you go then. Great. Looks like I accidentally got slipped over by that banana peels. But let's do something a little bit hilarious. Ha! Did I get it? Nope. I didn't get them during the films of that particular pit. I was so close to that timing department right here. But oh well. At least I did try though. But anyway, now to the final lap we go. Even though that particular form that has been trapped inside a cage, as you can see on the right, that does attempt to really creep me out whenever I first time experiencing this stage, or in this case for that track wrapper. So either way though, it does make me feel like I feel incredibly bad for that form that has been trapped inside the cage for a long period of time, which that usually happens the same thing for how it does it in Mario Kart Wii version of that track. So either way, I was able to point that out. And also another thing is the fact that since this is on Mario Kart 64, not in Mario Kart Wii, Luigi! Luigi, why did you do this to me? Oh well, at least we got ourselves the 3 triple red shells, so that way we could able to home in onto God knows Luigi or Donkey Kong or anything like that, but I would guarantee about the fact that Donkey Kong makes it towards the end of the finish line, so oh well. Beggars cells can be choosers, I suppose, but then again, I must admit though, it's not that particularly flawless, I don't think, but still good enough as it goes by, so. But then again, oh well. So, how many seconds I was off by? 3 seconds. Okay, so it's not that bad, unlike 1 millisecond off by Yoshi at the end of Mario Raceway, but still, I'm gonna have to keep mentioning about that stuff. But regardless of such, we have pretty much done with the 100cc's Star Cup. So even then though, I believe we're now going to be moving on to the final cup in the entire game. Well, we won't exactly not going to finish this Let's Play just yet though. I just want to make things a little bit fun and interesting for most of you people, just because, well, I just want to make the actual extensive amount of Let's Plays as we can go by. So either way though, let's just get on to the actual victory podium. So either way though, I'm presuming that Toad was in 3rd place and Donkey Kong was in 2nd place, and I'm of course Wario. So in this case, he's the number 1. Seriously, where's the new Wario game announcement, Nintendo? I just wish if the new Wario Land game will make a comeback after, you know, 2008. I mean, where's it all gone? I don't know. But at least we got ourselves the most recent WarioWare game, but that was on the 3DS, so... But even then, but then again, due to the coronavirus issue, it's still a thing. This means that we have no idea what's going to be up next for them, so... But still. And there we go, folks, that's it for the Star Cup on 100cc. So yeah, you're going to be the winner, Wario. It's all likely in the future games and beyond. So either way though, I guess we'll pretty much get things off here. So join me next time on Let's Play Mario Kart 64. It's the fact that we're going to be hit on to the 4th cup in the game in 100cc mode. And that will have to be the Special Cup. So that particular video might take a while though, just because of the rubber banding AI as I said before. Plus I need to get a lot of practice on certain tracks in the game. But either way though, we'll see what happens until tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow for some more of Mario Kart action. Later, fellas.